actual machine of corruption up in Albany. I don't believe that this legislature has one iota of credibility until they get rid of Sheldon Silver. Because Sheldon Silver, as it turns out, is the general in the war on women. He is an enabler of sexual offenders. He has a record of this going back to actually 1992, if you want to go back that far, but for certain from 2001 on, that he has used a taxpayer-funded slush fund that goes under the name of miscellaneous contractual arrangements that he has discretionary funding over, and only he has discretionary funding over. And he uses this to accrue his power by having the miscreants in the assembly who are sex offenders, who are influence peddlers, what have you. Go to him and have him smooth it out. Don't worry, I'll take care of it for you, whether it be hush money, whether it be some form of out-of-court settlement from his discretionary account, and now you owe Sheldon Silver. Well, we've seen 18 years of that, and that's absolutely beyond the pale. Me, myself, as a taxpayer, I was a party to approving a $12 million, discretionary fund for this guy. And believe me, there's the same thing on the other side. This is not a, not a Democratic issue. This is a government issue. I can cite examples on the other side just as well right now. So I am telling you, and I'm going to be calling it out, that Sheldon Silver is no different than Joe Paterno. Sheldon Silver, for the last, since at least 2001, has been involved in giving hush money to sex offenders, okay? And that hush money is from a fund that is funded by the Assembly and the New York State government. It is beyond my belief that we're doing this. So here's what I'm recommending. Number one, I have no faith in the governor's joint committee on public ethics, because they originally were not going to investigate Sheldon Silver at all until the governor said you have to. Okay, so right there, they have lost any credibility with the tax-paying public of this state. That's number one. The other two potential investigations right now are also highly politicized. So what can we do? Sheldon's, at this minute, Governor Cuomo has the opportunity. Now you understand he's very, a man who has higher political aspirations. We all understand that, right? 2016 is a great day for him. He's hoping to actually be able to run for the presidency. Okay? He is in a win-win situation right now in that he can show the state of New York and the country that he is truly the reformer that he says he is by truly cleaning up the government mess that we have in the legislature by invoking the Moreland Act. The Moreland Act is a almost 100-year-old statute that was made specifically to investigate public officials who may have violated the public trust. Okay? He invokes that. There'll be an independent prosecutor to come in, an independent investigation. It might be somebody from Colorado, someone totally not involved in the politics of the state of New York, and he will take that investigation. He will have subpoena power. He will take that investigation wherever he leads. And not only will he do this, but here's the difference between what the Moreland Act demand versus what the governor's J-Cope is. The J-Cope can do this behind closed doors. In the Moreland Act, all deliberations, all considerations are done publicly, much like what we saw in Watergate with Sam Ervin and those guys, okay? It will be like that, beyond your worst. I'm 59 years old. I'm sorry to you guys are too young for this, but that is what we want. And the governor can do this and make himself a hero by invoking the Moreland Act, because that will show that he is above politics, that he is truly a man deserving of at least higher political aspiration, and can truly have a resume of. There's not many times in the century when you can have somebody in government in the state of New York make the kind of difference that he has the potential to make. So I have a petition that we're going to be sending statewide to demand the resignation of Sheldon Silver, and I'm talking about full resignation of this man. What's the difference between Sheldon Silver and Joe Paterno in terms of what they did? You know what Joe Paterno did at Penn State? He covered up a man who was a sexual deviant, and he did that for many, many years. What's the difference between him and Sheldon Silver? Especially with his Michael Boxley case. You know what the difference is? That Sheldon Silver used taxpayer money to hush this all up. That's the difference. And for that alone, that he can look someone in the face and say what he did what a mechanism. You go to him, he can right away get $103,800 out of a slush fund to give it to Vito Lopez's, the women who were saying that Vito Lopez basically groped them. Sure, no problem. Here's $100,000. No problem. Take it right out of my slush fund. Is that what I mean, I'm a simple guy. I don't think that I want to vote for any of these leaders to have a slush fund, a discretionary fund. They're legislators. They don't deserve any of this. The Speaker of the Assembly, by the Constitution, should be doing nothing more than putting forth the legislation that the majority wants to have done in that session. Nothing else. And you know how you get? You know how you show that we're going to have a clean government? You make the leadership position, the Speaker of the Assembly, the majority leader of the Senate, the minority leader of the Assembly, the minority leader of the Assembly, you make it a 2-year term. 2 years, just like the president of the Lions Club, because they don't have any other responsibilities other than what I just stated. So what do they need to do there for 18 years? You've seen what happens when somebody is there for 18 years and is giving himself discretionary funds and has the power to give and take and things that nobody wants to see anymore. Nobody who's a taxpayer here. And there will be no credibility to that government. You don't have to be a Republican for this. You don't have to be a Democrat. I'm calling for some morality, some integrity, some ethics, some honesty. Oh, I'm asking for a whole lot of my government right now. Show that you can do the decent thing. Throw this bum out. That's all he is. He's teetering right now. Now is the time we can actually break Sheldon Silver's power in the New York legislature. I can't think of anything better. You know why it would be even better? Because I've been following this pretty closely. That man has made it absolutely clear that if he goes down, he's taking everybody with him. And I say, that should be your last great act as a New York State Assembly, is to help us clean up right now. Drain the swamp, you're the plug. Okay? And that's what we're looking to do. I will be relentless with this because I don't feel that we as a body have any credibility unless we show the public that we do have some ethical standards, that we actually have a modicum of integrity up there. And I'll be calling for that every day until something happens. That's my guarantee. My life has changed since this happened. I realized that what are we doing up there? Who's kidding who? Shirley, the one who went away in handcuffs?
Huntley.
Naomi Rivera, who had 2 boy toys that she's putting on the payroll when they already had full-time state jobs? That's what we looked at. And then there's Sheldon Silver and Vito Lopez. And that's just the beginning. We need the Moreland Act. We need the governor to really stand for us right now. I'm asking everybody, I know this is a business meeting, and you're going to hear a plan by Bob Castelli for making more business, New York more business friendly. I'm saying, I'm representing you in Albany. I am disgusted at what I see. I am reporting this to you. I am saying you can do something, need help.